Is our global food system on the brink of collapse? Are we ignoring the warning signs of an impending catastrophe? Part 1. Unveiling the Silent Crisis. In the shadows of global headlines, a crisis is quietly unfolding, one that threatens the very foundation of our survival: food. While political dramas and technological breakthroughs dominate the news, the stability of our food supply is eroding, unnoticed by many. Recent reports paint a grim picture. The World Food Program warns that funding shortages may halt child malnutrition programs in countries like Yemen, Afghanistan, and Syria within months. Cindy McCain, the WFP's executive director, emphasizes the dire need for immediate action to prevent millions of children from suffering lifelong consequences. The situation is exacerbated by the U.S., the WFP's largest donor, pausing foreign aid as it reassesses its America First policy, significantly impacting the organization's budget. In the United States, a surge in foodborne illnesses has doubled hospitalizations and deaths compared to the previous year. Outbreaks of avian flu and salmonella have contaminated staples like eggs, cucumbers, and peanut butter. The FDA's struggles following the termination of key advisory committees have left the nation vulnerable to these escalating threats. Moreover, the rapid retreat of glaciers, as highlighted by the UN, jeopardized the food and water supply for up to 2 billion people globally. This unprecedented melting, driven by climate change, threatens irrigated agriculture and water availability in mountainous regions. These are not isolated incidents, but interconnected threads of a looming global food crisis. The fragility of our food supply chain is becoming increasingly evident. In Manistee County, Michigan, the termination of USDA programs like the Local Food for Schools Cooperative Agreement has left schools and local farms in a lurch. Tim Kleno, a food service director, warns of the negative impact on schools and local agriculture, already strained by rising food and labor costs. Globally, the matcha tea industry faces a shortage due to soaring demand and limited production capacity in Japan. Despite efforts to boost production, the labor-intensive nature of matcha cultivation means supply struggles to meet the growing appetite. These examples underscore a troubling trend. Our food systems are vulnerable to a cascade of disruptions, from policy changes to climatic shifts. The human cost of these disruptions is staggering. In Somalia, the World Food Program warns that an additional 1 million people could face crisis levels of hunger due to forecasted droughts affecting upcoming crop cycles. Similarly, in Gaza, despite increased aid following a truce, the lingering effects of hunger threaten long-term health, particularly among children. These crises highlight a grim reality. Millions teeter on the edge of starvation, their plight overshadowed by more prominent headlines. Several factors converge to create this perfect storm. Climate change accelerates glacier melt, threatening water and food supplies for billions. Geopolitical tensions and conflicts disrupt agricultural production and distribution, as seen in regions like Gaza and Somalia. Economic policies and funding cuts, such as those affecting the WFP and USDA programs, further strain food security. Compounding these issues are supply chain vulnerabilities. The COVID-19 pandemic exposed the fragility of global supply networks, and subsequent events have only intensified these weaknesses. Tariff threats, severe weather, and regulatory uncertainties continue to pose significant challenges to the food sector.
The hidden food shortage crisis is not a distant threat. It is unfolding now, with profound implications for global stability and human well-being. Ignoring these warning signs could lead to unprecedented hardship. We must prioritize sustainable agricultural practices, support policies that bolster food security, and remain vigilant to the interconnected factors contributing to this crisis. Awareness is the first step toward action. If you found this information enlightening, subscribe to our channel for more in-depth analyses on critical global issues. Share this video to spread awareness, and let's work together to address the challenges that lie ahead.